Hello everyone, this is group assignment learning story 3039 child development peer relationships and influences. That's our topic. It's a group 1. You can hear from myself, Hina, Abby, Jade, Marissa throughout the whole presentation. Hope you enjoy. Peer relationships and influences. At this age, children begin to prefer their friends' attention above their parents. Children begin to form significant bonds with their classmates, which may have an impact on their self-awareness and their self-esteem, in both good and bad ways. Peer pressure has an impact on children both positively and badly at this stage. Children begin to understand ideas such as loyalty, gender identity, and friendship, among others. Children, on the other hand, require an adult who care about them, believe in them, encourage them, and support them. Peer relationship in middle age group. Peer interactions are one of the primary socializing contexts for children, and children's conduct among peers is a useful measure of their social competency. Withdrawn children are more vulnerable than social children to face peer neglect and rejection, as well as be victimized by persistent bullying by their classmates. High-quality positive peer relationships involve not only friendship, but also caring, validation, and support. In addition to playing together, good friends and feel comfortable opening up to each other and are motivated to resolve conflicts that arise. How can we support positive peer relationships? By fostering and enhancing peer relationships, provide advice for how to enhance peer connection, social skills education, learn about social and emotional development, encourage teamwork in learning, and provide advice for encourage teamwork in learning, establish a cooperative environment. The article we found to discuss in our group project learning story is promoting early adolescence achievement and peer relationships, the effects of cooperative, competitive, and individualistic goal structures. We chose this article because it's related to our topic of peer relationship and their influences, not only connecting the topic, also move further to promote early adolescence achievement and peer relationships. This article will go further how cooperative, competitive, and individualistic goal system might aid in increasing early adolescence achievement and peer relationship. So in this article, we'll connect the achievements and peer relationships and how they affect the age group. This article emphasizes the importance of peer relationship, that if the students have positive peer relationships and they understand how to improve their peer relationships, may also increase their academic achievements. They are connected together, and this article is also explaining two types of goals: school-related achievement goals and social goals. School-related achievement goals is all about high-quality academic achievements, or getting a good marks, or mastering a topic, and having a good academic work. Individual conduct and the consequences of social ties development have received a lot of attention in middle age group. Identifying social goals objectives may be helpful in developing strong peer relationships, dealing with peer pressure, and maintaining a social life while maintaining excellent mental health. Being accepted in a social context can help children enhance their academic and social lives. Three types of goal structures: cooperative, competitive, and individualistic, and their interactions pattern for achievement and social relationships can be described in this diagram. Cooperative goal structures were shown to be more closely associated to early adolescent achievement and good peer relationships than competitive or individualistic goal structures. Furthermore, the data revealed that the early adolescents performed better when their interactions were more positive. These findings have significant implications for theories of social interdependence and other concepts, and these findings have major implications for middle schools and educators who work with middle school students. So there were three activities. Number one is emotion worksheet, number two is friendship flower, and number three is kindness wall.
Our first activity is emotions worksheet. The idea behind this activity is to allow children to come to understand a variety of emotions and how someone may look a certain way but feel completely different on the inside, and how you can have complicated emotions like feeling more than one emotion at once. This activity, children can either write what they think each emotion is under the picture, and then they can cut and glue the emotion from the top of the list. Educators and teachers can also use this activity as a discussion base to help children understand ways that they can help one another deal with their own emotions and how to be a good peer. Through this activity, children will learn to work on their emotional development through coming to understand the connection between basic and complicated emotions. And as groups, we can also talk about what emotions are common to feel together. Children will also enhance their fine motor development through the cutting and gluing and the pencil work of writing. This not only will enhance their writing skills as well as the pictograph and cognitive development between problem solving of how to deal with those emotions.
Our second learning activity is called the Friendship Flower. I started off the explanation of this activity by mentioning how important it is that ECEs talk to children about positive peer relationships and what friendship means and looks like, as well as positive self-talk and affirmations, because I think it's really important that we promote healthy relationships so that children know what that looks like later in life, and also so that they can be sure that they're forming real, meaningful connections with their peers throughout their early life. And I think positive self-talk and affirmations helps to build their confidence in social and emotional skill development as well. I also think for this activity it's a good idea beforehand to ask children what traits they think make a good friend as well, to see where their head is at and what they're thinking. So for this activity, it's an art activity where children can create a flower out of paper, or you can use a template, and each petal will have a trait on it that children believe a friend should have. So the children can color and decorate the flower how they would like, and then we can ask them what traits they think a friend should have, and we can write one of those on each petal. And then I think it would be a good idea to display these on a wall once they're all complete so that the children can look at them, and maybe even as a class you could go through the different traits that you saw on their different projects. This activity will also promote and aid in the development of social and emotional skills. So to further explain this activity, I mentioned that through this activity, children will learn what social interaction looks like between friends and how to build friendship with their peers. So children will be able to read through the different traits, realize what other children look for in a friend, and build these traits, which will be really helpful and essential for them building friendships and connections with other people in their early life, but also in their later life with other friendships or even colleagues. This will also make children aware of the traits needed in a healthy relationship and help them to gain emotional competence within themselves and through the emotions that their peers are exhibiting. So children will see that these traits are needed to make a friendship work and healthy, as well as this will make them more aware of the emotions they're feeling when they are interacting with peers, whether it's a positive or negative interaction. And on top of that, this will make them more aware of what their peers are feeling when they are interacting with them and the emotions they are feeling, which will also help with social skills. This activity will also help a child to develop fine motor skills through writing, coloring, and cutting out the flower. So these are just some different skills like tool use that will also be very helpful for future activities and tasks.
The activity I have chosen is 2 parts. First, children will all get a heart shown in the second picture. Educators will assist children in helping them write ways on how they will be a friend. Next, the educator would set up the hearts around the board with the setup shown in the second picture. This will remind children of their hearts and what they wrote on it and encourage them to do kind acts. When the educators see a child showing a kindness act, they will put either a pom-pom or a paper with what they did written on it in their bucket, eventually filling the bucket with all the kind things that they have done. There are also books to go along with this activity, shown in the next slide, that will help children learn of different ways to show their kindness. The activity I have chosen is 2 parts. First, children will all get a heart shown in the second picture. Educators will assist children in helping them write ways on how they will be a friend. Next, the educator would set up the hearts around the board with the setup shown in the second picture. This will remind children of their hearts and what they wrote on it and encourage them to do kind acts. When the educators see a child showing a kindness act, they will put either a pom-pom or a paper with what they did written on it in their bucket, eventually filling the bucket with all the kind things that they have done. There are also books to go along with this activity, shown in the next slide, that will help children learn of different ways to show their kindness. The activity I have chosen is 2 parts.
encourage
First, children will all get a heart shown in the second picture. Educators will assist children in helping them write ways on how they will be a friend.
the ideas
Next, the educator would set up the
as
hearts
well as
around the
inserting
board with the
kindness
setup
books and always
shown in the
reminding
second
them
picture.
of
This
the
will
kindness
remind children of their
wall when we
hearts and what
notice
they wrote on
different
it and
behavior in the
encourage
class.
them to do
I would hope that this
kind
activity
acts.
also brings a sense
When
of
the
belonging
educators
into
see a
the
child
classroom,
showing a
as
kindness
each
act, they will
child will
put
be able
either a
to
pom-pom
participate
or
in
a
this and have
paper
their
with
own
what
bucket
they
to
did
fill.
written on it in their
Children will
bucket,
become engaged
eventually
in the
filling the
activity
bucket
as
with
they see
all
their
the kind
bucket
things that they
filling
have done.
up with the acts of kindness
There
they
are
have
also
shown.
books to go along with this activity, shown in the next slide, that will help children learn of different